Hello everyone, and in this video I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to rank up in Counter-Strike. So, I just recently got to Legendary Eagle Master and I'm pretty proud of myself for getting this after the rank shift. And it is, of course, more difficult to get up to these ranks now, but it's still doable and I'm going to tell you guys the best way to do it. So, for the first thing you want to do is you want to get some good gear and get your settings correct. Now for the gear, it's not cheap, but if you want to get far in this game, you gotta get the best of the best stuff, usually. There's some exceptions for that. Some people can do it, but it gives a big advantage if you can get this gear. So a good mouse and mouse pad is something that you want to invest in, and there are a ton of different things you can get. I personally use a Death Adder and a SteelSeries QCK Plus, and I love both of those. They are great, and I can put the links in the description. There are other people that use Logitech mice, and there's some hard pads and just stuff like that. It's really personal preference for this kind of stuff, but you want a gaming mouse and a big mouse pad because you play on a low sensitivity in Counter-Strike. And one other thing you're going to want is a good monitor with a low response time and a high refresh rate. So I have a 144 Hz monitor with a 1 millisecond response time, and it is a great monitor and it helps you a ton. 144 Hz is going to help you so much. I can't even explain to you guys how much it helps. You really just have to put that little bit of extra money into a monitor and it'll help you guys a ton. And this goes along with your settings, because when you get this higher refresh rate, you're going to want to get some different, you're probably going to have to switch around your settings because it is so much smoother. Like I used to play on some different sensitivities, but after playing around with it, I found that 1.8 works perfect for me with my 400 DPI on my mouse. And it's really, there's videos on YouTube on how to get your perfect sensitivity, and it takes a while. It takes some playing around with, and same with your resolution here. It takes some playing around with. It's personal preference, for the most part. But yeah, that's the first tip. My second tip to you guys is to communicate well. And this is something a lot of people don't really do, and it'll just help you in having a better interaction with your team. And a lot of people, when they end up dying, they will just kind of get mad and yell into the mic a little bit and not tell you guys where they died from. And it's really annoying when people do this, and it's a hard habit to break if you do that. But try to just give your teammates info. So say you run out of A main on cash and you die from quad. Don't get mad. Just tell them there's one quad. And if you saw someone else while you're running out, call that out too. Or if you heard someone fork while you're sitting in A main, call that out. It'll just help your whole team, and it'll just improve the quality of your gameplay. And that's about it for that tip. My next tip for you guys is going to be to queue up with other people. Now, this is a little bit difficult if you don't really have people that you know to play with at the beginning. You're just going to have to jump into a matchmaking or just something like that to find some other good players and talk to them, ask them at the end of the game, hey, you want to play another one or something? And this is what I did to jump from DMG to LEM in one sitting. I played a matchmaking and found a group of 3 people, and we queued up and we played for 5 or 6 hours after that with each other, and we all played really well with each other and communicated well, and it worked out. And then that's how I did that. Now there are some forums that you can post to if you're looking for people to play with. If I can find out what those sites are, I'll leave them in the description. I've never personally used them, but I've seen other people that have used them. My next tip for you guys is to learn smokes and flashes. These will help you in many different situations and just make your overall matchmaking experience that much better. They will help you in so many different situations, and they'll really help your team out, because most people in the lower ranks will not know these smokes, and they'll really give you a huge advantage in what angles you're able to block off, and the flashes, you'll just be able to flash everyone and run into the site and they'll all be full blind. It just makes everything so much easier. And I'm gonna let this video play, and this is just a few of the things that I know on Dust 2. Now I will link in the description a channel that does tons of videos on tutorials on all these smokes and flashes. Okay guys, for the last little section of this video, I'm just going to be explaining about how you can improve your aim and reaction time and everything that goes along with that. Now you can go on these deathmatch servers that are created by the community that are 128 tick, which is a lot better than what Valve has to offer. And you can just go ahead and search up one of these and jump right in, and the gameplay in the background is me on a deathmatch server. And you can just practice headshotting everyone and it'll help improve. But I want you guys to keep in mind that you're not instantly gonna get good at Counter-Strike. It takes a lot of time. Now I have put in almost 2,000 hours into this game and I'm still not great. Definitely a lot better than most, but I'm still improving every day and I still need to get better, but I just want to share the tips to get to this point. And now I'm going to go into kind of the more obvious stuff, but it'll still help you. Now don't inspect the weapons. There is no point in doing it and it distracts you from the game. I know I have a really bad habit of constantly inspecting my knife. All these dank skins, bro, you just want to look at them, but you gotta just not do it and it'll be a good habit to not do that. And another thing is, don't just try to b-hop. I know you guys want to be Foon, but don't b-hop in bad situations. It'll just most likely get you killed. And of course, don't mess around and play serious all the time. If you're losing, just keep on trying. Don't give up. You can always come back. That's the beauty of Counter-Strike. You can always come back and win. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.